Go ahead and take a child's pose. Knees as wide as the mat, big toes touching with the hips falling heavy into the heels, arms long, forehead resting on the ground. Wrapping your upper arms towards your ears, and take some deep breaths into the base of your spine. Feeling your lungs expand north, south, east, west. Nasal breathing in and out of the nose. Walk your hands over to the right side of the room, pressing your left hip down and back into your left heel. Breathe into your ribs. Take a walk over to the left side. Forehead is resting on the ground. Right hip is melting. Keep the breath in between the ribs on the right lateral side of the body. Take a walk back through center. Go on your finger pads. Create space for your head to fall between the arms. Wrapping your upper arms in towards your ears. Short inhales, long exhales. Now let's round up into tabletop. Fingers are spread wide. Start to shift the weight forward and back. Feeling deeply into your wrist. Drawing a circle with your nose on the mat to the right side. Wrist rolls. And now take a roll over to the left side. Flipping your fingers around to face your knees. Tuck your toes and send your hips back towards your heels. Press through the heels of your wrists and feel the stretch on your forearm, inner elbow. Arch your low back and slightly press your knees out. Create a little space in the low back. Now flip your hands back forward. Moving into cat-cow, gaze all the way up, arc, and exhale, dome the spine, chin to chest, press floor away. Inhale, shoulders away from the ears, arch the spine. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back. Breath in, press your knees out, exaggerate the arch, look up, heart forward. Exhale, chin to chest, press floor away. Breath in, look up. Exhale. Come back to a neutral spine, walk your hands forward, and dip your heart toward the ground. Gaze between your fingers or down at the earth. Your hips are directly over your knees. Now land the forearms down to the mat and unfurl into a Sphinx pose. Back of your heart to the front of the room. Press all 10 toes down into the ground. Now lower forehead to the earth. Bring your arms out to a T. Left ear to the floor. Right leg lifts up and over. Breath is deeply into the left shoulder, the front of the chest. You'll feel a nice stretch, lengthening. Land your right leg down. Gaze to the left. Arms are still out in a T, and your left leg comes up and over. Left foot maybe landing on the ground or a few inches floating. Feel the gentle twist in the spine. Keep breathing into the right shoulder. And come back down. Tense your fingers right next to your shoulders, rolling cobras. Inhale, press up, look high. Exhale, melt down, fold. Elbows press up, finger pads into the earth. Gaze up, look up. Exhale, melt. One more breath in. Fill the lungs and exhale down. Plant hands next to ribs. Press back, child's pose. Round forward into tabletop. Inch your left knee in. Right leg picks up, rotating right hip down. Crown of the head lengthening toward the front of the room. Right heel pressing to the back wall. Navel is pulled in. Low ribs knitted to the back body. Shift your weight into right hand, lift left arm next to ear, reach fingertips forward as you keep pressing right heel back. Left hand lands on the ground. Pull the right heel to the right side of the room, right foot down, reach up for gate pose. Cactus arms, elbows pinch in. Inhale, look up. Exhale, pull elbows back, chin to chest. One more. Inhale. Feel your shoulders open, elbows down, rise up. Bring your right hand to right leg, left arm over the ear. Rotate left shoulder back in space and gaze up at the ceiling. Any tension in the neck, feel free to look down at the ground. Feel the stretch from the left knee all the way up through the left fingertips. Come back up through center. Clasp your hands right behind your spine. Lift your heart. Look up. And on your exhale, fold. As you bow down, you send your hips toward your left heel. Forehead, top of the head can touch the ground or float off. Just rounding your spine and press back toward left heel. Now plant hands right underneath your shoulders. Cat-cow here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, cat pose. Breath in, cow facing. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale. Come back through to neutral. Walk your hands slightly to the left and lift your right leg up. Point through your toes. Now knees, nose touch. Right leg high. Knee to nose, round the spine. Right leg up, knee to nose. Right leg high. Tuck your right knee behind the left. Send your hips toward your heels and let your head fall heavy between the arms. Go on your finger pads to create some more space. Breathe into the sides of your hips. Navel is tucked in. Breath is smooth and steady. Coming back forward, right leg lifts high. Now bring the right knee to outer right tricep. Breath in, lift, point through toes. Right knee, right tricep. Inhale up. Right knee, right tricep. One more. Breath in, rise up. And hug right knee into the arm. Bring your right foot to the outer edge of the mat. Now let's start to floss through the legs. Low lunge to runner's lunge. Back and forth. Feel into your hips. Move around organically whatever's calling to you. Now plant your hands on the ground, power up, left leg. Start to rock forward and back. Left hand is down, right arm peels up, low lunge twist. Send your hips so they're level with front knee. Rotate from right below the rib cage. Hands come down. Lift your hips high for pyramid pose. Spiral left heel onto the ground, 45-degree angle, and melt your torso over the front of your right leg. Move the hips, move around. Again, free-flowing movement, feeling into your body what it needs, what it's calling for. Bring your hands inside of right foot and gracefully step back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Fingertips spread wide. Index mound is pressing onto the earth. Heels magnetizing toward your mat. Gaze in toward the navel as you round forward into high plank. Lower knees, hips back, active child's pose. Slither forward into cobra. Hips down, heart lifts. Exhale, back into a child's pose. Round forward into a tabletop. Bring your right knee to the center, left leg comes up. Pressing left heel this time toward the wall behind you. Rotating outer left hip down. Pulling right hip crease back, crown of the head lengthening toward the front of the room. Shift your weight into left hand as you lift right arm next to the ear. Press through left heel. Stretch in opposite directions. Right hand lands. Keep left foot flexed as you bring it over to the left side of the room. Land left foot down, gate pose on left side. Squeeze your glutes, hips forward. And left hand down, right arm over ear. Rotate right shoulder back. Gaze over at the ceiling. Keep pressing your hips forward. Feel the stretch. Outer right thigh all the way through the fingers. Now let's come back up. Clasp your hands, heart up toward the ceiling, and dive down. Crown of the head lengthening toward the earth, maybe touching, maybe floating. Hips are close to the right heel as your arms reach over the top of your head. Hands come down under shoulders, cat-cow. Breath in. Now round your spine. This time exhale, arch. Inhale, tuck chin, gaze toward navel. Exhale, arc the spine. One more breath in reverse. Inhale here and exhale. Walk your hands to the right. Send left leg up behind you. Point through your toes. Knee to nose. Press floor away. Left leg high. Knee to nose. Round the back. Left leg up. Knee to nose. Left leg high. Left knee snugs behind right. Send hip bones back. Arms out long. Back of the neck is soft, relax, and keep the breath onto the hips. Few more breaths. Now coming out, left leg rises high. Now knee to outer tricep on the left side. Left leg lifts. Left knee, tricep. One more breath in. Exhale. Lift up and transition. Left knee outside of the arm, flex through left toes. Left foot outer edge of mat. Go on your fingertips and again start to floss through your hips. On the inhale, you look forward. On the exhale, you look down. Feeling into the top of your hips, side of the hips. Feel the loosening. Hands down now under shoulders. Power up, right leg. Start to rock a little, maybe a few bounces up and down. Right hand lands, left arm up, twisting. Gaze over shoulder, or again, if you have any neck kinks or anything going on, feel free to look at the ground. Power up your right leg and fold into pyramid. Spiral right heel down. Move around here, shift your weight forward. And then left foot comes back, downward facing dog. Now let's round forward, high plank. Bend knees, down dog. Breath in, round forward, lead with the back of the neck. Bend your knees, downward facing dog. One more, press the floor away. Bend into your knees, hips high, downward facing dog. Place your knees on the ground, send your hips back, arms fully reaching forward. Round forward into tabletop. Send right arm up, thread right arm under left. Tense your fingertips right above your head and twist, gaze under your left shoulder. Counter stretch. Right arm rises. Lower right hand down. Other side, left arm up. Thread the needle. Left ear to the floor. Right arm lifts all the way over your head and twist, press into the ground. Rotate from right below your ribs. Reverse left arm up and bring it back to the earth. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, press knees in, round spine. Breath in, press knees out, look high. Exhale. One more inhale. And on your exhale, send your hips back for child's pose. Walking your way up to thunderbolt. Sit to one side, bring the legs out in front of you. Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Reach arms high and take a hold of the outer edge of your heels. Keep the knees bent. Just allow the front body to drape over the top of your legs. Feel the lengthening from your heels up the legs and from the tailbone to the back of the neck. Relax the back of the neck. Breathe into back body. Now rising up. Tirasana, star pose. Your heels and your hips are about 2 feet apart. Take hold of the tops of your feet and bring your forearms outside of both of your shins. Round the back and let your head drip down toward your feet. Breathing into the whole back body. Now let's round up. Take the back of your legs and press them together. Scooching toward the top of the mat. We're going to set ourselves up for a modified shoulder stand. Collectively inhale, and on your exhale, roll back and send your legs all the way up. Let your ankles relax. Your hips fall heavy. Just feel the blood and all the energy draining from your toes, sending it deep down toward your hips. Maintain your breath, watching yourself inhale, watching yourself exhale. Pull knees into your heart. And now send your knees over to the left side of the room. Arms can stay out in a T as you gaze over right shoulder. Knees come back through center, and now send them over to the right side. Press the left shoulder down, gazes over the left arm. And now come back through center. Bridge pose. Keep your legs hips distance. Press through your heels. Press your palms down, squeeze your glutes, and lift your hips as high as you can. Chest and chin coming toward one another. Outer thighs rolling in. Lower down. Hug your knees into your heart, rocking side to side. And now finding a comfortable position, setting up for our final Shavasana. Get nice and comfortable on your spines. Legs or hips distanced apart. Your feet are flailed out to the sides. Arms are long next to you with palms facing up. Focus on your left hand. Breathing in from your left fingertips up the arm into your shoulder. And exhale down the left arm out through the fingertips. Focus on your right hand. Inhale from your right hand up the arm into your shoulder. Exhale down the arm out through your fingertips. Chest and abdomen are light, and all of the internal organs are soft and resting. Breathe in from your left toes up the leg into the hip. Exhale down the leg out through left toes. Breathe in right toes up leg into right hip. Exhale down the leg out through right toes. Soften the throat, the neck, jaw and face, the brain, top of the head, back of the head, back of the neck. Relax your upper back, middle back, lower back, back of your legs and heel, entire back body, heavy, melting down. Leave your breath by itself. Leave the body by itself. And allow yourself to fall into a deep, dreamless sleep. No cares, no worries. No me, no you. Everything is perfect. Let go, let God. Start to awaken your body, wiggling toes, fingers, stretching your arms. Take a bend into your knees and roll, resting onto your right arm. And gracefully use the ground to help you lift back into a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center to seal this practice. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God